What's up, everyone? It's Ryan Meeks with the Escape to Arizona YouTube channel, where I talk about everything to make your escape to Arizona that much easier. So in today's video, we're going to focus on Eastmark. We got an update. We had a little realtor shindig powwow with the developer there, and they gave us a lot of useful information on what's coming to Eastmark in 2022. And there's a lot of projects that have already started that should be done by 2022. So it's going to be really exciting. And so yeah, we're going to go ahead and talk about that in this video. We're going to talk about the builders that are here, and stick around to the end because I have something really cool to show you guys as far as amenities go, not only in Eastmark, but also something that's coming just to the south of Eastmark that will hopefully blow your mind and make the decision to move to Eastmark or Arizona in general, or the Southeast Valley, that much easier. So we're going to get into it, but I want to tell you, feel free to fill out the link below. I'll have all the pricing information from November 1st, 2021, and we're going to update that for you every month. So feel free to fill out the link below, and we'll get the current pricing on all the builders in one place, so make your life a lot easier. And one offer I want to give to you guys is if you use me as a realtor, I'll give you an inspection at no charge. And I really feel that an inspection is important right now, especially with what's going on with labor shortages throughout every industry. I mean, it's not only in the building industry, it's in the supplies industry, it's in the supply chain industry. So there's just a lot of shortages that are going on, and it's leading to some construction issues. And not to scare you or anything, but it's just leading to a little bit of shortcuts. And if you have an inspector there to check everything out, it'll make you sleep a little bit easier at night. So Eastmark, I used to think a few years ago it was really far out, but a lot of stuff has come to Eastmark, and it's really made living there a lot nicer. So it's close to 3 major freeways, which I think is the most important part, and I don't think people understand that. You can just jump on the 202, get to the 60, get to downtown Phoenix, get to Sky Harbor Airport really quickly, 35 minutes there. And I guess my only qualm about the location would be that Ellsworth does get a little bit backed up there, and the problem with that is everybody's trying to get to that Loop 202, or they're coming from the Loop 202 and they're heading south. And it's not even next to Eastmark, it's a little bit further south of Eastmark. But what they're going to be, or what they're building right now actually, and they're making a lot of progress on it, is this SR24 is going to be extending to the east, and it's going to meet the 60 there. So you can see on this map the dotted lines just south of Eastmark where that's exactly going to be. And it's going to alleviate a lot of that pressure on Ellsworth, because there's other streets that are going to connect to the SR24, which will then get you to the 202. So you won't have to use that main street, which is Ellsworth, which runs through downtown Queen Creek. So that will alleviate a lot of the pressure there on traffic, in my opinion. And I'm sure they've thought about this as they've decided to put in this new expressway. It's close to quality healthcare, and it's obviously still growing. So a lot of stuff coming to Eastmark here. Now on Ray and Ellsworth there, Ellsworth is that main street running north to south. There's already a lot of stuff that has opened up here, and this commercial section is just west of Cadence, which is south of Eastmark. And most notably is Mountainside Fitness, Point 22 Tavern, in my opinion, and Court Crush Wine Bar and Beer House. So some fun items that are coming here. The Mountainside Fitness is already completed. People are already working out there, so that's a lot of fun. And of course the coffee bar that's coming. It'll be nice to just ride your bicycle to, even though it's a national chain, but it'll be nice to ride your bicycle and grab a coffee if you choose to do so. Another thing that's coming a little bit different than last year is a lot of data centers coming. So EdgeCore Data Center, Facebook Data Center. Facebook's purchased that whole section there to the left, that gray area on the left of the screen. And EdgeCore is coming as well. Apple Global Operations is already here. So it's creating a little bit of a tech corridor there and creating some jobs. And, you know, people are going to want to live in Eastmark when they work at these particular employers. Latest map of the builders right here. So this is north of Point 22 Boulevard. And you can see here we have about 9 builders that are currently building here in Eastmark. And like I said before, fill out that link. I'll give you all the pricing. Lennar's doing some townhomes, so they're probably going to be the least expensive. And the new home company's doing 6 packs of homes. So what that entails is homes that are clustered together, and I'm not 100% sure on the floor plans or the way they're laid out exactly, but my guess would be that there's some sort of shared, whether it's a street, alley, or space in front where all the cars park. And Cadence has some properties that are very similar to that, so Lennar's building some homes like that. So 6 packs come in there. Otherwise, David Weekley, Woodside Homes, William Ryan, Capital West are going to be your larger homes. Oh, and I didn't mention Landsea is also making a debut there. And they should be relatively moderately priced in comparison to everybody else. So they're not going to be the least expensive, but they'll be somewhere in the middle. Amenities coming to Eastmark in this northern section. So they're creating a new park here. This is phase 4. It's called Inspirion Peak. You can see the rendering here of what's going to be coming. And it extends with a little bit of a bridge and some climbing structures down there, so kids can have some safe climbing areas. And my guess would be that the floor is going to be that rubber material, and that's always nice rather than wood chips or sand. A lot of the parks here have sand, and it's really annoying. There's also going to be a catch and release fishing pond. As you can see here from the rendering, it's going to have a little bit of a waterfall effect and some walking trails, and that'll be behind some homes. So definitely a nice place to hang out and catch some fish. And I believe it's going to be stocked by City of Mesa. So super exciting there. I'm really excited. I'll probably go hit this up a little bit, this disc golf course. So this is on the northern section, the far north section of the map. And this is going to be, I think, like 15 holes of disc golf. So this should be a lot of fun. And I believe it should be opening here within, like, if it's not already open, like 10 to 20 days. So Eastmark disc golf, a growing fad and a fun thing to do. Kind of like pickleball, it's just growing and growing. Also, you cannot ignore this. There's going to be a skate park coming to Eastmark. Not exactly sure where this is going to be, but it's going to be somewhere within that new community. And as you can see, it's not only for like skating, but it looks like it's also for biking with all these small hills that they have on the lower section there. It's kind of like a little bike track, almost looks like Mario Kart or something. So that should be a lot of fun. And no half pipe here. I don't see like a half pipe, but a lot of other things that you can use and get your kid out there and wear a helmet and knee pads. That's all I can say. So in 2021, new communities, new floor plans, new builders, new parks, new adventures. And hey, you stuck around to the end here, so I'm going to tell you guys about this really cool new amenity that's come into East Mesa, and that is Legacy Sports Park, which has been now sponsored by Bell Bank. Bell Bank is, from what I understand, a mortgage company. I've used them a few times. So Bell Bank Park, the largest sports and entertainment facility in North America. Look at all this stuff that it has. I'm not going to go through it all. You guys can obviously read the screen here. But I'm most surprised about the gaming section. It sounds like we're making gaming a sport now. And hey, if a lot of kids do play games and have competitions with them, and especially with all the the networks and the connectivity of kids playing these games all over the world, all over the country with each other, sounds like a good idea to me. So yeah, just a lot of stuff coming to this. And here's all of the activities. So everything from obstacle course racing, which I guess would be, it kind of sounds like, well, they do have Ninja Warrior, but Ninja Warrior racing. So they have dance, cheer, the esports, like I said, basketball, recreation stuff too. So if you don't want to play in a league, recreationally, I'm hoping they have just like open gyms and stuff. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, this place is going to be massive. Check this out. Check out how large this is. So you can see to the left is all the soccer fields and the main complex right there with a ton of parking. Once again, the soccer fields, and to the top of the screen is the complex once again. And here's the pickleball courts. So they are going to have a lot of pickleball and baseball fields to the left there. More baseball fields pickleball court once again. I think we already showed you that picture. Here's a pickleball picture up close so you can see the pickleball complex. Going to have sort of these rows in between where you can walk and get access to all the courts. And here's the sand volleyball complex, so very, very similar to how everything else is set up. Right next to each other, different volleyball games going on. And what I think is pretty cool is that they're going to have a stadium for each one of these sports. So like soccer has its own stadium. So these will be the big games. Maybe once they get through all the competitions and the two people who are made it to the top are going to play, the final game here, things like that. And they have that with the sand volleyball as well. There's a sand volleyball stadium too. So here is the entrance. Look how cool this looks. So as you walk into the complex, you'll see sort of these rafters hanging from above, blocking the sun, also providing just a cool technological look there. And as you go further in, kind of feels like you're on Fremont Street there in Vegas. And you can see in the upper, or not the left-hand corner, but just to the top left, a little kid who's actually ziplining. So they're going to have ziplining going through this complex. So that should be interesting. And there's one of the platforms that you'll zipline to. And I think that's where it's maybe going to end, but maybe they'll have it go a little bit further. Who knows? And here is the Great Lawn where they're going to have events. My guess would be DJs, bands, whatever they can get their hands on in order to have some cool events where there'll be some income-producing events for them. So this is all coming to East Mesa, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think it's going to be open in about, according to the countdown that's on the website, like 57 days. So this thing is almost built. And if you're looking to move to Eastmark, get in there because I think this is going to help shoot property values up. And once again, feel free to fill out the information below, get the current list of all the builders and the pricing. And I'd love to help you guys out given the opportunities. So talk to you later. Thanks for sticking around. Escape to Arizona. Feel free to like, subscribe, and reach out.